From surgically modified bodies to becoming a millionaire in a day business, do we even know what's real anymore? Every day we are faced with the next best thing when we're just trying to become healthier, wealthier, and happy. What the fuck is real? What the fuck is true? What the fuck are you supposed to believe about yourself and your success while trying to build something that actually lasts? Welcome to What the Fuck is Beauty Anyway, the podcast. I am your host, Jen Carrasco, founder of Virago Studio, a fitness champion, IFBB pro figure competitor, a skincare line creator, and a serial entrepreneur. Well, and I'm an overall business coach. After years of building businesses from the ground up, I am here to help you with society's standards and, well, to use your beauty within to build something that is truly you and truly impactful. So now let's dive in. What is going on, guys? How is everybody doing this week? So if you have followed the last couple podcasts, I have really kind of went over more of nutrition and health and things like that lately. So I'm going to keep going. I'm working on my metabolism program that is going to be launching here pretty soon on my Kajabi site. And so I just feel like I'm going to keep diving down that hole of nutrition to kind of, aim you guys in that realm right now, especially kind of with just life and society right now. I think a lot of people are maxed out. Their stress, their metabolism is literally, screwed up. And so this is like the best time for us to really start dialing in and becoming healthy individuals. And so each week, I'm just going to keep diving in a little bit deeper and deeper on the whole reality about health and wellness. And a lot of times it definitely is the food that we eat and what we do, but it also is a lot of, our mindset and what we put in our minds that causes a lot of havoc and a lot of destruction. And, I'm definitely one to say that, I have been there, especially with the COVID and the clinics getting shut down a bit. It's been definitely a hard road in that aspect. But if you can pivot and turn and do different things in your life and bring different realities, to fruition, your outcome on things change. It's a lot of people surround themselves with people that are dark and gloom, and everybody gets really negative about things instead of learning that maybe these things and these obstacles in our lives are a pivotal point to change the direction of how we want to grow and where we want to grow, and to learn different things and have different things in our arsenal. I just actually got off the phone today, which I'm really excited with. I do non-invasive tattoo removal in my clinics, and I've been doing that for a couple of years now, as well as, been in the industry for over 21 years. And I had a company reach out to me that they want me to start traveling and teaching people how to do this technique. And this is something that has definitely come on because of the pivotal point of me reaching out and starting to do some mentoring and coaching in different aspects of my life. And so just know that things happen to where you pivot and you learn different things in your life to get you to a different goal. There's always something better. We're always growing. We're always expanding. Something isn't the same thing over a period of time. And if you get stuck in the same thing over a period of time, you're never going to grow from it. So take this time to really meditate and understand, what your calling is in this world and what you want to do. But getting back on fitness. So I want to talk today a little bit about mindset, cheat meals, food prepping. I'm going to kind of hop around a little bit because I think this is really important for people, especially people that I do one-on-one mentoring for fitness and nutrition and to get them back, or even people that are actually creating programs to help other people. So a lot of times, I will coach, or I say mentor people that actually have their own facilities, like their own workout facilities, and I help them to grow their business and expand their business and help them with certain things. And these, I feel, are definitely the fundamentals that everybody needs to incorporate. So let's talk a little bit about mindset is more important than any fitness routine. Okay. So I'm going to give you a warning. This is warning. This is not going to be a flowers and butterflies podcast today. First, I need you to understand the title of what today's going to be. Mindset is more important than any fitness routine that's out there. Now, I need you to really understand and think about what you're ready to hear. So I'm going to say the subject mention. If you cannot handle it, great. If you already got the weekend's eat like a freaking asshole day planned out, then you probably want to reconsider listening to this today. So we're going to talk about cheat meals. So I assume you choose to keep listening to me. So consider this a warning. I'm just joking. So my motivation for throwing down the topic of cheat meals is fueled by many fitness articles and clients that I have trained or clients that I have mentored in the fitness industry. Here's a comment that I receive majority of the time. And the comment is, as long as you have a cheat day every week, who cares about baking stuff and coconut flour, right? So that's a metaphor. It's just me being an ass. Just be good a paleo dieter or a dieter for the rest of the week. Meaning, you know what? It's okay to pig out on one day, but be super strict for the rest of the week. And that's good. Well, let's be real. When I hear this statement or I hear people tell me this, about a cheat meal or a cheat day, I literally want to just vomit in my mouth. Like, seriously, honestly, what the fuck? What is wrong? What is wrong with people? You can't just eat shit one day and then fucking be extremely, just the havoc it wreaks on your body, what you're telling your signals and your metabolism, what you're doing just even to your body is like a freaking shock. So let's think of the word pig out, okay? This kind of puts me on the edge. And I mean this really. First off, food is meant to be enjoyed, right? It is not meant to have a context of stuffing your face full. It is not healthy for your body or your mental mindset. This is exactly the reason I hate 30-day challenges, carb nights, carb plans, set up cycle of depriving yourself, and then a downward spiral starts. I mean, that's just the way it is. In the cheat meal scenario, food is being used as a reward for good behavior. So last time I checked, I wasn't a dog. So it doesn't work for me. Seriously, think about it. Is the mindset you want to create, is that the mindset you want to create? Like, honestly, is it? Have we not learned that eating mindfully and enjoying our food is the goal of all of this? It's okay to eat a pizza. It's okay to have some ice cream. It's okay to have a cookie. Hell yes, it is all fine. And I do it. I daily have a little bit of chocolate daily. But eating them in a mass quantities all the time, like batshit crazy, shoving it down your pie hole. Remember the talks about the hormones that I just did on the podcast, the levels, what it does for you. You're just wreaking havoc in your body. So why? Because if you start your cheat day with a pile of pancakes, French toast drenched in syrup, it's highly likely you'll enjoy the shit out of it. Like, don't get me wrong, you're going to enjoy it. But if you follow it up with a mid-morning snack of Pop-Tarts, lunch at your favorite burger joint, followed by French fries and a milkshake, then polished with a medium pizza at the pint of an ice cream for dinner, I'm going out on a limb and just say that at some point, enjoying your food kept eating for no other reason than you could or felt that you just had to have it all in all at once on your cheat day. So, as they say, go big or go home, right? So really check yourself. If you do it up big on a cheat day, you can really undo, honestly, everything that you've put in your work for that week. And that's really what I wanted to strive at. So let's talk about the name itself, cheat day. It honestly just feels dirty, right? It's like sexy mannerism, but not a dirty, guilty with your food. I mean, seriously, question. Do you dread your breakfast? Do you dread your lunch? Do you dread your dinner during the week? Think about it. Are you choking down foods that you hate just because some website or, as I say, some mentor or healthy guru supposedly out there told you that that's what you're supposed to be eating? It's not true. So here's the deal. You should be enjoying every meal that you eat, and that includes less than perfect meals. There should be no feeling bad or guilty associated with eating. So you had a cookie on Tuesday. Does that make you a bad person because your cheat day isn't until Sunday? I'm here to tell you it doesn't. And is one cookie going to make you grow a third fucking butt cheek? No, it's not going to. Now, eating an entire package of Chips Ahoy with a pint of ice cream, a large deep dish pizza, and chugging a 2-liter bottle of Coke on a Sunday every week, that can create a third butt cheek, honey. So just letting you know. These pig outs have a major impact on your blood sugar and insulin level, which we will get into more. I did recently on the last podcast, but I'll keep diving in there a little bit more because I've been getting a lot of questions about that. Even more importantly, it's highly likely you didn't enjoy all that food anyway. So yeah, it tastes good, but when you reach a point of being satisfied, it's okay to be done. If you feel like you're going to explode, you've crossed the binge territory, and that's not good for your body. It's not good for your mind. It's not good for your metabolism. Seriously, a cookie on Tuesday and a couple slices of pizza and a beer on a Saturday will do a lot less damage than all out pig fest Sunday, and you'll feel a whole of a lot better come Monday. All right? So you've heard me say that it's okay to treat yourself. It's not cheating. Honestly, cheating only happens in Vegas in a bedroom with somebody if you don't want to be there. So, or maybe you do want to be there. Who knows? But it is cheating. And to enjoy your food. That doesn't mean eating any, only lettuce and dried chicken breast all week long. Let me tell you, there's so many great recipes out there. And now that I launched the metabolism program, that will be fully launched up in the Jen Carrasco site probably here within the next couple weeks. I am going to start launching an actual video tutorial on meal prepping itself to give you guys some really good food choices and what to do. So look for that. That will be on the Jen Carrasco site as well. So I'm looking at my notes to see. So anyway, a cookie, if you're craving it, honestly, scratch the itch, have a flippin' cookie. And guess what? If you want another cookie tomorrow, have another cookie tomorrow. You don't have to eat them all at once with a allotted time period. A Sunday doesn't mean that you don't take on those calories, right? A Sunday isn't a calorie-free day. You're always going to be taking calories. But if you followed me and you understand the metabolism, it's not necessarily a calorie in, calorie out. It's a lot deeper than just your calorie consumption. So at this might sound crazy, but I'm guessing that letting yourself enjoy that means zero guilt, right? The occasional cookie, slice of pizza, cupcake, etc., is going to go a lot further in satisfying those cravings than in one day of eating freaking insane. So on the top of that, in the long run, parking in what may consider off-limits food on a special occasion or when you are truly craving something will do less damage to your body and definitely to your mind. It's healthy to enjoy food, you guys, and that means all food, broccoli and brownies, eating mindfully and stopping when you're satisfied. The one thing that I have done and implemented that has really helped me in this is when I choose something, and it actually took me a while to wrap my head around this process, is when I choose something, I actually take my time chewing it and enjoying it and swallowing it properly. Because you get your metabolism working, you get your digestive tract working properly. I'm not just shoving food down my face really quick because I'm starving. I'm actually mindfully eating. And when that happens, you don't get bloated. And it's amazing the receptors in your body that actually work to tell you that you're full before you even finish your meal. So really keep that in mind. If it's something that you're struggling with, I highly recommend, and it's going to take some time. I remember a couple times I was almost done with all of my food, and I'm like, oh shit, Jen, you didn't really just sit and chew mindfully. You just swallowed this whole, right? And as I retrain myself to do it, I notice that when I'm a quarter way into my food, I realize I'm actually getting full, I'm listening to my body, and that's huge. So I wanted to just dive in a little bit on meal prep. I'm going to make it super quick. It's not going to be really invasive because I think meal prep is pretty easy. And I think a lot of people put too much emphasis on meal prep, and I didn't feel like I should do a whole podcast just around meal prep. I thought that was a little bit too much. But, meal prepping, it has become the hottest new trend. And frankly, I couldn't be happier that it is. So meal prepping for years is simply because it's a great way to save time, money, and actually get a smoking hot ass body, right? With all the benefits of reduced waste in the kitchen. So I'm enthusiastic when I talk about meal prepping. Meal prep, it really does not have to be a complicated tool. And I'm going to be completely honest. A lot of my coaches that I've had in the past, and even dietitians that I have worked with, they make it super complicated, and they give you these recipes, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't have flipping time to make all of these recipes with all of these herbs and everything else that you want me to put in it. I do not have the time for it. I am busy, but I want to eat healthy. So I'm just going to give you a lowdown of what I do, and it makes life super simple, okay? I break down my protein of what I want to achieve daily. And I do this in a week, right? So I'll batch everything out a Sunday and a Wednesday. And I'll take all my protein. So normally I know that I eat about, you're going to laugh, about a pound of meat a day, right? About a half to a whole pound of meat a day, depending on what type of meat. And so I know that's me. So I know when I go grocery shopping, I know exactly, how many pounds of hamburger or how many pounds of bison or any of that I need. Now, I don't touch chicken. I won't eat chicken. I think chicken is the worst possible meat you can put in your body. So I do a lot of actually red meats. I do a lot of hamburger, a lot of bison. I do pork, a lot of eggs, protein shakes. I love Marigold bars. If you guys want the code for that, it's Jen Carrasco, and you get 10% off if you want to try that. But I love Marigold bars. They're keto friendly, high fiber, low carbs, high protein. I think there's 20 or 30 grams of protein in one of those bars, and it's completely natural, nothing in it at all. You have to keep them refrigerated though, because they'll grow mold on them if you don't. So FYI, it's happened to me. So what I normally do, let's say like on a Sunday, right? I have 2 crock pots. One crock pot, I will put all of like my steak in that one with water. I'll put seasoning in there and I'll crock pot it for like 8 hours or 10 hours, however you want to do it. The other crock pot, I'll just do a different form of meat and that one, and I'll do it the same exact way. So now I have 2 different sources of protein. So I'm not bored, right? So I let those crock pot for about 8 to 10 hours. When they are done, I always pick up frozen vegetables. And what I'll do is I will drain the water out of the crock pot. I will throw in the frozen vegetables into the meat when it's hot. And I will just slightly like mix them all together. And I literally put it in a huge like truffle, container and throw that in the fridge. So I do that with both of my meals. So now I have high protein, high fat, because I pick a high fat protein mixed with all of my vegetables that I want. And it's easy peasy to the night before dish out into a plate. To dish out into Tupperware for the next day to take with you to work. Super easy. Another thing that I do is I'll take a bunch of ground meat on a Sunday and I'll throw it on the stove with frozen vegetables and I'll cook it all together with my spices. And again, I just throw it in a big ass truffle thing and throw it in the fridge. And now I have, 3 sources of meals to go after. Then another thing I do is I take eggs and I boil a shit ton of eggs. I have those in the fridge to grab at all times. I always have packets of tuna on me. I mix tuna and avocado together instead of adding like mayonnaise or anything like that. That's a great source. I always carry with me my Marigold bars, walnuts, almonds. Walnuts are my favorite because walnuts have great omega acids omegas in there. So you're going to get a high amount of omegas, which is really beneficial. A lot of food doesn't have that. Walnuts do. I highly recommend walnuts. Almonds are my next choice. And then I carry Marigold bars with me, and I always carry First Form protein powder with me at all times. So those are my little tricks. I am going to be working on doing some video for you guys so that way you have it, so you can look at it and see exactly, how I kind of mix everything up. It's pretty easy. And I put sriracha sauce on everything because I love sriracha. So that today is my podcast. I hope that you guys get some great feedback and information on that. If you guys need anything, you know where to find me. Check me out on my IG. Please review, rate, and please subscribe, and please share my shit. I thoroughly enjoy that if you do that. So with that, make it a great week, you guys, and I will talk to you next week. Thanks for turning in this week. I hope that you thoroughly enjoyed this episode, and I hope you're feeling stronger mentally and physically and ready to kick some ass. As we navigate new society norms, business and beauty breakthroughs, make sure to always ask yourself, what the fuck is beauty to me? And know that's all that really matters. If you love this content today, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review. Follow me and get more info on how to work with me at jencarrasco.com. You can also find me on all of your favorite social media platforms. Now just remember, stay mentally tough.